Should you drop players to make room for and bye week fantasy players? Imagine your fantasy football team as a busy highway. During the season, you need to keep traffic flowing smoothly, especially when injuries or bye weeks hit. So, should you clear some space by dropping players? Well, it depends on a few key things. When a player gets injured and is placed on the injured reserve, you can move them there to free up a spot on your active roster. This means you can add a replacement without losing anyone from your team right away. But remember, once the injured player is ready to come back, you will need to decide who to drop to make room for them. If you don't, you might have to drop someone to keep your roster within the league limits. Now, when it comes to bye weeks, players don't score points during their scheduled week off. If you leave them in your starting lineup, you risk losing points because they are not playing. To avoid this, many managers drop players who have upcoming or current bye weeks. They then pick up free agents or bench players who can fill in for that week. This way, your lineup stays strong and you don't miss out on scoring opportunities. It's often smart to drop bench players with later bye weeks so you can add players without any upcoming bye. This gives you more flexibility as the season moves on. Also, dropping players who aren't contributing much or have overlapping bye weeks helps keep your roster balanced. The goal is to keep your team as competitive as possible each week. So, in most cases, dropping players to make room for and bye week replacements is a good move. It helps you avoid scoring gaps and keeps your team flexible. Just be sure to weigh the value of each player before dropping them. Managing your roster this way can make a big difference in your season's success. It's all about staying ahead of injuries and bye weeks so your team stays strong and ready to compete every week.